Hi everyone, this is Arcadius and welcome back to Naval Creed. Today we will be reviewing the next aircraft layout for the top tier American carrier, USS Midway. As always, the ship itself has not changed in any way, shape, or form, but the air group that we can equip has. So let's see what we have today. We have a very strike-based setup. We have only one fighter squadron of 6 aircraft. We have 2 torpedo bomber squadrons of 6 aircraft each, and then 2 dive bomber squadrons of 8 aircraft each. So very, very strong potential for torpedoes and dive bombers. Hopefully our torpedo bombers will listen to us today. Please and thank you. We'll soon find out. So without further ado, let's toss into a game and see how we can do today. Alright, and here are results of the game. Pretty small game actually. One other Midway, one Missouri, a Takao, Minot, Fargo, a Daring, and a Tashkent. Minos and the Fargos and the Missouri and the Midway all have good AA. So that leaves us with just the Takao and the 2 destroyers that really don't phase me at all. Alright, so for a very strike-oriented layout, this is not the best game because there's not a lot of damage to be done. But we'll see what we can do. I will repeat, even though this ship is named Coral Sea, it's because it is the sister ship. It is not the actual Coral Sea in the game. I've renamed that one as well, and that is the Franklin Delano Roosevelt, or FDR. So eventually when I get her, I will do a review on her, but this is not that ship. I do have health buffs and speed buffs applied at this time, so my ship is not the base form that you will originally have. I do have some skills put into her. Captain skills, I only have AA defense right now. I'm working on secondaries. Spare aircrafts, we have 16 spare fighters, 30 spare torpedo bombers, and 41 spare dive bombers. Yeah, if you have learned to love the dive bombers, or at least American dive bombers, as much as I have in these videos, then you will definitely be happy to see all these dive bombers. Alright, so we have the Missouri over here. So without further ado, let's see what we can do against her. Because once we get her out of the way, then everything else should fall relatively easily. Minos are not especially known for being strong. Neither are Takaos. Fargo is actually probably the cruiser with the most survivability on the enemy team. And then Darings and Tashkent. Daring is an amazing little ship, but yeah, there's not much you can really do. I'm actually going to keep my fighters with my torpedo bombers because we're going to fly right over a Minotaur, and I'm probably going to lose an entire torpedo squadron. But we have the aircraft to spare right now, and we have a really good broadside, so we're going to take that. We did lose an entire squadron as predicted, but we were still able to get 6... Wow, I'm losing a ton of aircraft. Man, I hate Minos. At least in anti-air or carriers. But she did run aground, so I'm going to take this advantage to see how many bombs I can put on her deck. I might lose some dive bombers, actually I expect to. Yep, we lost one so far. But, you know what? She can have 15 bombs and 2 fires for her troubles. So my fighters are pretty much gone as well. There's only one left. It's easier to get it shot down than actually return it to the carrier. Alright, so let's bring our second fighter group back out, or squadron, torpedo squadron. Fighters are being reloaded. Hey, we sank the Minotaur with fires. Awesome. We're actually probably going to have to go after this Missouri with our torpedo bombers again because she is kind of close. Alright, so let's see what we can do. I am going to keep them over here for right now because Missouri, even though it is a tier 9 and I'm a tier 10 carrier, that AA is no joke still. Alright, so let's see what we can do. Hopefully we'll be able to sink her. Yeah, this setup, the strike base setup itself, is really good against battleships. You don't really have the ability to split up the AA defense with the fighters like I've been trying to in the last few games, since you just don't have that many fighters. But between your dive bombers and torpedo bombers, there's nothing that could really match you. I mean, Shinano has a lot of aircraft as well, but they all get shot down relatively easily. These aircraft, maybe not so much. They do have a lot more health, or at least more health in general. Alright, so what do we have left? We have a Daring, a Fargo, and a Midway. Looks like the Fargo is almost gone. The Daring looks to be on pretty low health. Actually, there goes the Fargo entirely. Daring's down there. So now we just have the Midway to do with. It's a really quick game. I don't mind it though. Alright, and let's bring our fighters over with our dive bombers. As you can see, there's no real good way to have air superiority with this setup. With your one fighter squadron, you're not going to last nearly as long as you need to, so you might as well just use it to split up AA defense. Alright, let's see who's shooting who. Well, we only lost our Tashkent. Where's our Missouri? Oh, over here. Alright, so it doesn't look like she's going to be citadeled by any 16-inch shells, but she will be continuously worn down. She's already on fire. Let's see if we can get her with the good old bombs, though. Alright, there's the front. 6 bomb hits and a fire. Here's the stern. Another 8 bomb hits, and she's already on fire in the stern. So it doesn't really matter. Our fighters are engaging the other ones, but we will definitely lose that battle, especially right over the carrier itself. Yeah, there's no way. And then we are bringing our torpedo bombers out, but she will go down before we can even get that strike off. Maybe we can get the kill. Can we get the kill? Hey, we do. Awesome. Alright, so let's see how we did. We had 179,000 damage, 3 ships sunk, 13 torpedo hits, 29 bomb hits, 4 aircraft shot down, 3 fires, 2 floodings, for 4,700 base XP. 23,000 damage in fires and floodings. Even got a little bit of flooding damage. That's pretty good. 92,000 damage in torpedoes and 63,000 damage in bombs. We only attacked 3 targets, but all of those targets, the minimum we did was 38,000 damage. So yeah, amazing potential to do a lot of damage. Not so great potential to actually control the skies and protect your own team. It's a very selfish layout, I guess you could say. And you do have a ton of aircraft, but as you could see, that doesn't mean that you're going to be able to use them all, I guess. Yeah, just be careful of big AA blobs, because they're just going to shred your planes to pieces, especially Minotaurs and Worcesters, Des Moines, Montanas. Yeah, everything like that that has a lot of AA guns, do your best to stay away from. Or in the case like I had with the Minotaur, do your best to take it out as quickly as possible if it's alone by itself. Because if they all group up together, there's no way you're going to be able to do anything at all. So with that, I will wrap up today's video on the second layout of Midway. If you like the video, make sure you like and subscribe for further content. And tomorrow will be our final video of US Tech Tree carriers. And we'll be going over the last setup. So until then, I will see you all tomorrow, and take care.